It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Great, set.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing is Hurts. This is Fant on the short completion. Big strides, look at him go. And down to the 29-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 43 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The Eagles at 11-4 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
Hurts. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
start on the ground with Gibson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 25 yards the pick up there, and also a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
On first down, right back to Gibson. The tackle by Nakobe Dean. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready. Double right.
Stafford. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And there's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard.
The coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, these two teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the Eagles who got the win on the road, so now they look to finish off the sweep here in Philly.
1st down, and they go with Swift again. Touchdown, Philadelphia! DeAndre Swift. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Eagles are able to add on to that lead.
A pretty well-executed run there, Thomas, yesterday, Charles. They were hoping to get everybody in sync, the line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now 3rd down and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Open man, the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker.
And he does not get to the 1st down marker as they stop him at the 19.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded at the 33. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This is Fant on the short completion. So nothing doing there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Final 30 seconds of this 1st quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
He'll hit Watkins on the crossing way. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is.
to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop
under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
73.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll go down at the 28. 56 yards rushing for him now to this point. Well executed there on second down. So do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility. But now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Here's Hurts to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first-half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Kevontae Turpin now from his... Look at this! Middle of the field, a breakaway!
Turpin on the return. Washington takes over first and 10. At their own 39-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. First and 10. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. They're going to look to throw. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Commanders are back within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 13-7.
Commanders 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Second down. Here's Hurts. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 11 more on that one and another first down.
To me, there's nothing like watching rookie effort in the NFL. So excited to be there. They're going to give you the max on each and every play, aren't they?
Well, he proved himself on that catch, that's for sure.
I think he may have proved himself to the point where he's going to get a second here.
On first down, Hurts.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. That's good for a gain of 6, and 3rd and 8 now. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action and take...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game.
And the Eagles are able to extend their lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Fighting through. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Here's Gibson to start the drive.
And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16.
2nd down and 6 now.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 16-yard line.
They'll set up to throw.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 37 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Complete, it's Dotson.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first.
A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Washington.
Now he'll try to run with this.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Pitching it out to Gibson. Stays on his... There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead will shrink to 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that's exactly what they're looking to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they can at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
On third down, here comes Swift. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
look to throw.
This one left side caught by Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. The Washington offense stringing together a couple of good pickups. It's another first down. And McLaurin, the motion man right.
Back to throw now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right.
That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you definitely got to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw.
Out left to Dotson.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll look to throw again.
That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A very solid gain of 27. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Throw right side complete to Dotson.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw again.
Going right back to Dotson.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
And the Eagles are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Throwing is Hurts.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
But I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds through the end zone, and that will go as a turnover as the defense will get it at the 20-yard line.
Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot. I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Hurts completing this one quickly. Down the left sideline.
And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards.
So often on these RPOs, we see the ball get from the quarterback to the receiver in what feels like a nanosecond. But on this play, he actually cleared coverage downfield a bit before the ball got to him. The net result, though, a considerable gain.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he rifles one incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Hurts.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
After that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. Don't keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Now a throw here, hold in. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And the Commanders' first down.
Back to throw here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point of the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
They're going to try and throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's got his big tight end, Fant, and he's taken down inside the 30. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Here's Hurts to throw.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield who can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Hey, easy, 63, bang.
Back to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will make this a 19-point game. Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made, is the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. This is intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. Down the right sideline. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So a fourth quarter pick six here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick six, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. They'll set up a throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick six TD. Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. They'll run with Gibson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Back to the ground with Gibson. Gets by him at the 25. And he's going to have a Commander's first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. They'll look to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
It's complete, and he will get in for the 2 points to get this back to a 3-score game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. This short throw caught by Goddard. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Back to throw again.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
First down, Commanders.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Keely Ringo picks it off.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Pick-6, they'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll look to throw here.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, and even a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too.